make sense. Sooner or later you'll figure it out when you fall off of the fence. Come and go, she told me so. At least that's what she said. 2 weeks away from yesterday, well that's all just in her head. I couldn't wait to get there, I couldn't wait to leave. But part of me that wants to see Stephanie again. 2 weeks away from yesterday, well I still don't know what that means. But part of me that wants to see Stephanie again. Part of me that wants to see Stephanie again. Part of me that wants to see Stephanie again.
I know a place with a trop rock band. You get your bare feet all covered in sand. Grab your favorite somebody by the hand and do the trop rock reggae. It's a seashore party on a Saturday night. You can drink, you can dance, do whatever you like. Yeah, you spin her to the left, slide her to the right, do the trop rock reggae. Say hey oh, hey oh, get on the floor and stay oh, dance your worries away oh, to the trop rock reggae. Shipwrecked beach bums around the bar, dropping their money in the coconut jar. For the dreadlock brother with the red guitar and do the trop rock reggae. Yeah, we're digging that girl in the flowered skirt, bikini top, man, she loves to flirt. And she's working that groove for all it's worth to the trop rock reggae. Say hey oh, get on the floor and stay oh, dance your worries away oh, to the trop rock reggae. Say hey oh, soaking up the sun all day oh, everybody getting their sway oh, to the trop rock reggae. I say hey oh, get on the floor and stay oh, dance your worries away oh, to the trop rock reggae. Say hey oh, soaking up the sun all day oh, everybody getting their sway oh, to the trop rock reggae.
Looking for the perfect way to kick off your weekend? Tune in to Tiki Man Radio every Friday night from 7 to 9 for the one and only B-Man and me, Shell. They're bringing you all the tropical vibes, good times, and great music to start your weekend off right. Catch the show live at tikimanradio.com or stream it on YouTube at Tiki Man Radio. Don't miss out on the fun. It's island time, no matter where you are.
Someone to hear your prayers, someone who cares. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers, someone who's there. Feeling unknown and you're all alone, flesh and bone by the telephone. Lift up the receiver, I'll make you a believer. Take second best, put me to the test. Things on your chest, you need to confess. I will deliver, you know I'm a forgiver. Reach out and touch faith. Reach out and touch faith. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers, someone who cares. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers, someone to care. Feeling unknown and you're all alone, flesh and bone by the telephone. Lift up the receiver, I'll make you a believer. I will deliver, you know I'm a forgiver. Reach out and touch faith. Reach out and touch faith. Reach out and touch faith. Reach out and touch faith.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight tonight. We are traveling at 34,000 feet at approximately 420 knots. Those on the left side of the aircraft, I'd like you to take a look out your window. We're passing over Key West, and I'd like to point out Beechy Shell Studios. You're in luck tonight, as our in-flight entertainment will be Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle, so sit back, relax, leave the flying to me, and enjoy B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions on Tiki Man Radio. Oh, and I'd like to suggest downloading the free app, so when we do get to our final destination, you can listen to everything on Tiki Man Radio. Enjoy your flight, enjoy the in-flight entertainment, and thank you for flying Tiki Man Radio Airlines.
Hey, Jimmy, you know anybody in Miami that can give me a passport real quick? Oh, yeah, man. I got a cousin up there. He knows everything about everything. Let's see if I got his number here somewhere, yeah. No, he works out of a payphone. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I got it here. Okay. Yeah, he's international investor, whatever that is. Yeah, everybody's got a cousin in Miami. Here we go. was 90 miles to beat 'em, but they took the risk. Though the ocean was all motion and the wind was brisk, the deadly gunboats never saw them in the pale moonlight. They were off of Kiowa, so by the dawn's early light, the gringo in the garden called the customs man. They answered all his questions, were allowed to land. The ladies shared a hairbrush and their husbands had a coke, and they were taken up the chrome to meet with their kinfolk. Everybody's got their cousin in Miami. Everybody understands the impromptu. Dancing in the heat to the beat that turns your clothing clammy. Everybody needs to have a dream come true. In a third world jungle, not so far away, lives a natural drummer with a dream to play. He's the brother of the lizard and the flying fish, but he's enchanted by the pictures from the satellite dish. So his mama packs his bag, knots his red necktie, sends him north to her relations with a kiss goodbye. He's bewildered by the plane ride and the immigration line until he sees his Christian name upon a cardboard sign. Everybody's got a cousin in Miami. Everybody is an aborigine, dancing in the heat to the beat that turns your clothing clammy. Everybody wants to win that lottery, and the winning numbers are 7, 6, 5, 3, 7, 9. Close. So close. History lesson. History lesson. It's hard to believe the city started as a trading post, home to the Seminole pirate and pioneer. Between the river of grass and the old Mosquito Coast, before the railroad claimed the southernmost frontier. I am umbilically connected to the temperate zone. It brought me life, it brought me love I never have outgrown. Brought me one too many nights along that Biscayne shore, and one too many mornings in the Grove Drug Store. In one way or the other, we're all refugees, living out this easy life below the banyan trees, smoothing off the rougher edges of the culture clash. We got a style, we got a look, we got that old panache. Everybody's got their cousin in Miami. Everybody understands the impromptu, dancing in the heat to the beat that turns your clothing clammy. Everybody needs to have a dream come true. I do. I do. Let's take it down, boys. Down south. To those little latitudes. Everybody's got their cousin in Miami. Everybody is an aborigine, dancing in the heat to the beat that turns your clothing clammy. Under the stars and the bars down by the sea. Upbeat now, everybody's got their cousin in Miami. now. Dancing in the heat to the beat that turns your clothing clammy. Everybody needs to have a dream come true. I do. I had this dream the other day. I was down on the equator. I didn't know whether I was up or down. I couldn't tell the difference. It was hot, and we were rocking. And the coral reefers gathered around me and they said, "We want a raise or we're gonna quit." And that's when I woke up. So play, boys, play.
Coming to you live from the Beechy Shell Studio in Key West, Florida. You're listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle.
Coastal Confession with B-Man and Michelle on a Friday night, coming to you live from the Beechy Shell Studios here at the Beechy Shell Hideaway here in Key West, Florida. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you're all having a great Friday evening, no matter where you're at. We have got so many people tuned in tonight. I want to make a shout out to Dave and Grace Walton that's out there. Bob Bitchin. He's out there. Rich Malik. Yes, Rich, we are fine from this hurricane thing. No worries, or tropical storm, whatever it's going to end up being. We are good to go. Steve Brown, good having you on. Beth Haight, how are you doing? Good to see you on. We've missed you the last few weeks. You have not been on. How you doing, Michelle? You doing good over there?
I'm good.
How good are you? You're eating pizza. She's happy.
Some animated Star Trek.
Animated Star Trek
I don't
tonight.
watch that very often. Only seen a few episodes.
Well, we've got a fun night that's going to happen, and we got Key West Chris is going to join us on the show tonight, and we're going to have such a great time. You know what? I haven't got to my little clapper thing here. Wait a minute.
You know something? No soup for you!
No soup for you! That's not what I was looking for. So we got a little Howard Stern on tonight.
Wow.
There we go. We got Howard in town, and Key West Chris is tuned in with us tonight, and I'm going to straighten that camera out here shortly to get you on camera. Give me just a second. This is the magic.
I'm actually here.
There you go.
There we go.
That's the magic of live radio on YouTube. And a great big thanks to the Southernmost Pint Brewpub, 522 Front Street, downtown Key West. We're going to talk all about them tonight, too, and all the 18 beers they got on tap. But they are the sponsors of the cameras that you get to watch right here on YouTube, Tiki Man Radio YouTube, coming from our studios here at our house. So we're having a good time. How you doing, Chris?
Doing well.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's get that. Let me hear you again.
There we go. I'm doing well.
Fantastic.
Really well. As a matter of fact, I have a coastal confession I can tell the two of you, which involves Tad, the brewer at the Southernmost Pint.
Let's hear it.
Did you know? Actually, it's nothing bad.
Well, then we don't want to hear it.
Did you know that he comes over to our house every time there's a United States Grand Prix on?
He tells me he comes to your house every Sunday, just about, and you two watch the race.
Yep, that's absolutely correct.
Yeah, I was like, I go, you go over to his house? So he's like, yes. Thank you, Kathleen Brown, who's just tuned in. She goes, you're sounding good tonight. Well, thank you. I purposely, just before the show, somehow I screwed up some of the mics because you're going to play live tonight, right? You're going to
if you like, that's an option.
Let's put it this way. I'll give you the option.
All right.
I have the ability to do it. If you're not up to it, I got enough of your music to play in here. That's fine with me.
One or two.
Whatever you want, man. This is your evening.
I'll do a song until I screw it up, and then I'll stop playing, which has happened.
I'll just tell them that, the album skipped.
Right.
Let me see. Bob Bitchin says, Disco Star Trek Michelle. Hi, Chris. Ed Contreras, and I'm assuming his lovely bride, Pat, is listening in because he says, hey, guys, we're out here. Good evening, everyone.
I love Ed and Pat. They're such great people.
Hi, Ed and Pat.
They really are.
There you go. You got a from Michelle.
As you may know, I've got several Panama hats. I'm due for a new one because these are getting more. They wear
Danny
out.
Lynn just had his delivered.
Yeah, I tried it on, too. I went like
You
this.
did not. He didn't open the box.
But I have 7. But I bought a pork pie hat. about a year ago.
You bought a what?
A pork pie hat. It's a style of hat.
Okay.
And I put it on, and I said, this just isn't me. So I'm in the music room a few days ago, and there's a hat sitting there. It's brand new.
Yeah.
And Ed had told me before, and this is a pork pie straw hat. And Ed had told me a while back. He goes, I like the Panamas, but they're just not me. He goes, I'm a pork pie hat guy. And all of a sudden that came back to me. And I said, wait a minute. I got on the phone, texted him, and said, hey, do you want this hat? I sent a picture, and he's going to get the hat when he's here at the end of next month. Yeah.
Well, his ears must have been burning because before the show, you're drinking this beer. Well, it's actually dated 2017. I'm just looking at the date on the side of this beer, 2017. And I don't drink a whole lot of beer like I used to. And because I went to the hard stuff. I want to go down fast. And I don't want to feel bloated when I do it.
There you go.
But you're drinking this beer, and we're talking about it. And I said, you know what? I've got a 12-pack in there that Ed left here of Land Shark, that when he comes down for the Songwriter Showcase, he's going to get that 12-pack back. So I was keeping very careful handling of this thing, Ed.
When did he leave it here? Was it last year?
Huh?
When did he leave it here?
Last year.
So it's a year old?
Yeah.
So it's not like
you're not his friend if you're giving him that beer. This beer has so much alcohol in it that it actually continue fermenting and get better.
Well, this beer will make you look good.
Either that or be laying out on the floor. I know the alcohol content is quite high.
I'll be calling Danny. Danny, get your ass over here and pick up Chris.
It's a bourbon stout or something, isn't it?
It
yes.
is.
Yeah.
It is a bourbon. Let me see.
I can't read it. It's too dark and my eyes are shot. But,
Bob Bitchin says, just a couple of songs, please, Chris. Pretty please.
Who's that?
Bob Bitchin. Bob Smith.
I'll be happy to, yeah.
Tiki Man is on. He says, hello, guys.
Hey.
Happy Friday. Chris, so good to see you.
Good to see you, Danny.
Let me see. And Beth Schreier is on.
Beth, yay!
So I sent it to her. I'm like, get on tonight. So, hey, guys.
Thank you.
Hey to you, Beth. Who have I missed so far? I want to make sure I haven't missed anybody. So, yes. So it's good to having you on the show.
It's good being here, as always.
Because we ran into you at the chart room.
Yeah.
And you were with Dave and Grace.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, Michelle and I were just sitting there just chilling out. And here comes
look,
walking you
there
guys.
They are.
And I don't know. You guys are just in for the hot dogs and peanuts, weren't you?
I probably ate a hot dog. I may have not. There's one night I went there that I just wasn't in the mood for a hot dog. After I put it on the bun and everything, I'm thinking, no, I don't want this hot dog. But I have to compliment you guys because I'd been to the chart room several times in my living here, and every time was fun. But you're the ones who got me enthused about it.
Really?
A few years ago, yeah.
I'll be damned. That blows me away. I did not know that.
Yeah, I never told you. Yeah, but it just, I was like, whoa, this place is really cool because you built it up, and rightfully so. I needed that kick in the tail.
Well, we like going because Tammy Renee was there, and John was there, and of course when that one guy that was down here that started back to the island,
right?
We got more involved with it, and got to know more of the individuals who start. What was
Regulars,
that? Yeah, the regular. Well, and the ones who started it. Like Chris Robinson.
Yeah.
It went way back in the day when he was a bartender there serving Buffett beer, and so many others, and some of the ladies who,
used to work for Buffett.
that used to work for Buffett and or did things. So yeah, it was really cool, and I like going in there. There was some questionable bartenders there for a while that we stopped going just because of the attitude, but now that has changed again, and
So they've been fired.
I don't know if they've been fired.
It'd be nice, fun to say that they got fired.
I wish.
We haven't run across them, so we don't.
Yeah, but they've got you got Mark in there now, and I forget that Asian guy. I forget his name. Jocko?
I think so.
Jocko. Really,
Jocko.
two of the nicest guys.
Oh, cool.
And it seems like the train's back on the track in there.
Good. Well, I talked to you about doing something next year.
Yeah.
And I'm still, I have to still send Dave an email just to update him, and we have to get together, the three of us, and we'll see what we can work out. But
Yeah.
you've got all the inside information because you dealt with these people before, If they're the same people, it's a transient business.
Well, I try.
So
yes, Danny, they do still have the peanuts in there.
Oh, yes, of course.
And you can throw them on the floor. What was that?
Peanuts and popcorn.
I got to turn you up, Michelle. You're not getting in that mic, so.
I am. I'm right here.
Oh, there you are now. I just turned you up. Yeah, the peanuts and the popcorn.
Peanuts, popcorn, get them on the red hot.
we're trying to talk them into having that special martini, that where, you could use the hot dogs, kind of like an olive, and
use the hot dog juice.
Have you ever heard of Lord Buckley?
Yeah.
Have you heard his I wouldn't call it a song, but his piece, because he was a comedian, called The Train?
I don't think so.
It's hysterical. It's like maybe 2 or 3 minutes long, and it's like you got on the train, and the conductor's going by, and he's the main vocal point. But there's one point where he goes, peanuts, popcorn, get them on the red hot. Peanuts, popcorn, get them on the red hot. And that would be something you could use as a clip. I know Ed uses it.
Does Ed, do you use that clip? He's got some really cool stuff on his show. You ever listen to a show on Monday nights?
When I can, which is very infrequently.
Oh my God! Well,
let's say some kind of a silly project.
Sometimes I forget, Ed, and I apologize. But we've been catching it. We've been catching it.
Good.
By the time I get home at the end of the night, I'm just like, I've had enough.
Yeah, I'm usually like, I got a musical theme in my head. I got to figure it out.
Let me see if I can give everybody a different camera view there. I got that camera on right behind you, so they can see the back of your head. And then let me see, they got this one on me.
Really like
Hey everybody, and then this is the one on the angle. So I'm going to be doing some changing.
Oh, cool.
We're getting ready to sign a new lease here pretty soon.
Yeah.
And the sale of the house came down, which was nice, but probably going to go back up. Give it a couple months, let everything cool off, and back on the market. I bet. We'll see what happens, but at least if I get that year lease, we're good for a year.
Good.
So,
Good.
Jojo Fish says hello.
Hello.
Jojo, how are you guys doing?
Hello, Jojo Fish.
Love you.
I'm glad everything's working out perfect for everybody tonight. I want to get to some more music, and then I want to come in and find out what's going on.
All right.
Everybody wants to know. We got so many people tuned in tonight.
Yay.
If you were tuned in, let me know, you guys, so we can give a shout out. We want to say hi to you.
Let us know.
I can pretty much see who's online with us. A lot of people. I'm loving this.
Thank you.
I want to get some more music real quick, and then we're going to get right down to the nitty-gritty on what the hell has Chris Ream been up to.
What's he been up to?
What in the world has Chris Ream been doing? That what? Bubblehead?
Bubblehead. I was gonna use an off-color word, which I know is okay on the internet, but I'd just rather not do it on your show.
Oh hell, we did it on when we were doing FM over at. So, hey, this song I picked tonight because you know what? We need a little kindness in this world.
Yeah.
And I love this song, and this is one of the most requested songs. Well, maybe not the most requested, but close to it. Songs that we do, and Michelle and I are out and about doing our thing around town.
Yeah.
And our Tuesday on the Island thing. And Glenn Campbell.
Oh,
Glenn Campbell does this song perfect. And
just before you put it on, Dave, who we were talking about earlier, he and Grace were on. He made a post today, which accents exactly what you were saying, and he tied it in with that guy who got shot and killed, unfortunately.
Yes, yeah.
And he goes, it doesn't matter whether your political views are this, that, or other thing. Just be kind to other people.
I know.
And it was so nice to hear that. Dave, I love you.
Well, and I'm going to add to that before we go to the song. We plogged today, picking up our trash and recycling everything. And you know what? That, to me, is such a refreshing feeling on Friday mornings. We're out there doing good, for Key West. We're doing good for the oceans because, cigarette butts are getting in the ocean.
Yeah.
And we're the camaraderie of all of us out there doing what we do. And I just love it. It really is a breath of fresh air on Friday mornings to do what we do. And, yes, a little kindness, everybody. Yeah. And that's what we need more of. Please say hi to somebody on the side of the room.
This is a song that I like very much. I think it makes a statement. If you see your brother standing by the road with a heavy load from the seeds he sowed, and if you see your sister falling by the way, just stop and say, you're going the wrong way. But you've got to try a little kindness, just show a little kindness, and just shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded street. Don't walk around the down and out, lend a helping hand instead of doubt. And the kindness that you show every day will help someone along their way. You've got to try a little kindness, yes Lord, show a little kindness, just shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded street.
This is Sweet Harriet from New Hampshire. Ray the Roadie and I tune in all the time to Tiki Man Radio, and we like to listen to B-Man and Michelle, Willie and Scotty on Tiki Man Radio, Coastal Confessions.
Day and I'm on my way and I love to feel the heat. See palm trees and coconuts get the sand in my feet. And life just don't get better all the while. Carpe diem sees the day. The sun is what I seek, and it ain't far. Who needs a car? This is island time, and this is my beat. On the beach, out from the street, smell the fries cooking in that summer heat. Won't stand by the window on the phone, be talking. Get off of that computer and be on my way. Time's a waste and life's too precious. Better start walking out the door. Get on my bike, be on my way. The sun. I worked all week and paid my dues. Don't you think I deserve a little fun? I'm heading to the beach. I'll take my time, no, I don't need to run. And everyone on the beach wears a smile, and the good times have begun. Stand by the window on the phone and be talking. Get off of that computer and be on my way. Life's a waste and time's too precious. Better start walking out the door. Get on my bike, be on my way.
Looking for the ultimate craft beer experience in Key West? Head to the Southernmost Pint Brewpub, 522 Front Street in downtown Key West. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's your must-stop spot for 18 handcrafted beers on tap. Available in 4, 12, and 16 ounces. Not sure which beer to choose? Try their flights of 4-ounce beers and find your favorite. The Southernmost Pint Brewpub also offers wine, cider, seltzers, and refreshing non-alcoholic drink options. And the food? Oh yeah! Dig into their Scotch eggs, German potato pancakes, Thai peanut noodles, chili cheese fries, and so much more. Every bite's a flavor adventure. Happy hour runs daily from 4 to 6 p.m. with 25% off drinks and discounted snacks. Want to enjoy that wonderful Key West tropical attitude? Then enjoy their giant outdoor seating area with fun games and comfortable seating. After dark, enjoy their giant projector and building-sized screen and watch your favorite sports event and entertaining films. Planning event? Book their space for free. At Southernmost Pint Brewpub, every pint tells a story. Yours could be next. That's Blast Beer Company, Southernmost Pint Brewpub, 522 Front Street here in Key West. Open daily 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Blast Beer Company, around since 1992, making beer one barrel at a time.
Reef rum is made with a sweet and smoky for the wise and the rebel. It's a rum that was created by and for everyone tired of the same old thing. For both the professional bohemians and the actual connoisseurs of good rum. It's for people who want to get out of their comfort zone. Unleash the rebel inside of you with Reef Rum, sweet and smoky for the wise. Reef Rum, the official rum of Tiki Man Radio. Tiki Man Radio is pairing up with Margaritaville Beach Resort, Fort Myers Beach, Florida, for the very first Parrot Fest, October 3rd through the 5th, 2025. Brought to you by the Southwest Florida Parrot Head Club and the Villages Parrot Head Club. Partying with a purpose for Alzheimer's Association. You can go to tikimanradio.com and click on the banner for the lineup and all the event times. Make your plans for the Margaritaville Beach Resort. Fins up, everybody.
Coming to you live from Beechy Shell Hideaway Studio in Key West, Florida. You're listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle. Now, back to the show.
It's another beautiful day here on the island. Little sandbar surfing there. B-Man and Michelle, thank you from my sister for bringing us back into the show, everybody. Wow. There's a lot going on, you know.
Good.
There's... Tiki Man Radio's got so much happening. You know where we're going to be in into February going into March?
No, I'm not familiar.
Music on the Bay. We're broadcasting this year up there. So, yeah, me and Michelle and Danny. I know it's poor English, but and Danny and I think Michelle Myers and Tim Myers and I think Maureen
They live
Weaver.
over there, somewhere around there.
They just bought a
They're in the Panhandle, right?
house up in Pensacola. No, not Pensacola, Panama City.
Yeah, but I was saying it up in the Panhandle.
Yes. So they're up there now, and they still have the house in Bartlett, but they're working all that out. So
good. Wish them the best.
Let me say hi to a few other people here. Of course, Dave and Grace say they love you, Chris.
They're sweet.
And Bob Bitchin loved that song we played, and then of course it was. I think Bob's talking about the beach. It has a certain groove that kicks.
It's actually an Afro-Cuban beat, and I go for stuff like that because I don't want to sound like everybody else. You know, I want to. All right, we'll get into that later.
Wow, I guess that's off your Shanghaied and Marooned.
That's correct.
In Key West, which came out in 2011.
Yep.
You sent me a little bio here, so.
Well, I figured, the more information you have, the more you can. There might be something in there you say, I didn't know that. Let's ask him about that.
Well, I didn't know you were a bank president. I didn't know you. No.
Yes.
A professional car driver. You had how many girly things up in Miami? Little girly joints? I'm kidding.
Girly joints.
You know, we walked by the old Cork and Stokey. Thanks, sweetie. And
oh, perfect.
Michelle is taking care of us. Thank you,
I've
hon.
never had that one.
We walked by the old Cork and Stogie, and I was the guy that was plugging with me today. I was giving him a lot of stories about that area because you know where across the street was that little
that little
brothel of sorts, or whatever you want to call it. You know, it was better when they had the fights out there.
Yeah,
we'd all sit out there with a glass of wine, just like watching it happen live. You know,
I'll tell you the best one when you're finished.
So anyway, right next, remember that empty field they had right there?
Yes, the house had burned down.
That
they're building something on.
Oh my God, it's huge.
Is it?
I was blown away, and I told the guy, and he's like, well, I don't know what was there. I go, nothing. I said it's been an empty lot for as long as we've been
10
here.
years, 12 years. Yeah.
And then I told him about the chicken house on the corner, and he was like, I remember that. And then I got talking about the Cork and Stogie, and I'm like, this was the happening place in Key West.
And do you want to hear the most bizarre thing? To this day, whenever I drive by the old Cork, they have somebody new running it now and blah, blah, blah. But there's never more than one or two people there.
I know. I'll tell you, the Cork and Stogie back in the day was the bomb. And
it really
missed.
Was. It is, yeah.
I mean, we'd sit here.
If I won the $1 billion lottery, I'm buying that property. I don't care if I have to overpay for it. I'm buying that property.
Yes. Buy that damn property.
And, you know, the people who rented there, they can go there and spend like
thanks, Michelle,
$400 a month.
Yeah,
you know.
Well,
I told some people do you know what my ultimate plan is? If I win the $1 billion lottery, I'm going to buy like 20 houses in Key West.
I think we just buy Key West.
Well, hang on. I'm going to buy like 15, 20 houses. And then I'm going to sell them back to myself for like $10,000 each. Do you know what that will do to the market? Suddenly, people like us will be able to afford
we
to
can
buy
afford
a place.
Something down here.
We'll be able to, because it's going to drop the value.
You know, it's sad. And you've been down here a long. How long have you been in Key West?
I'm in my 18th year.
18th year.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just amazed. We've been here going on 9 years, and the change. And you've been here as long as you've been here, and the change. And you've probably been coming before that too, weren't you?
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, because I didn't live all that far from the Keys. I was in Cutler Bay.
Because I remember before we moved down here, and we come down for music events or just kind of hang out with you guys, and we'd always drive up someplace. You'd always kind of give us like the history, or, hey, you know, this used to be here, or I played here one time, or I did this, and what's the best?
I sound like an egotistical bastard.
No.
I did this, and I did this.
No, because you were giving us history of the Keys.
Yeah.
Because you've seen that, and I envy that. I wish that we could have experienced the
you
old.
Still can.
Well, you can.
But now you have more responsibilities. You've got 2 shows, right? You have this one and the other one.
Yeah.
And then, so you have to, and they're kind of spread apart. You know, what we should do is, here's an idea. Remember when we went up that time to
it was in Key Largo.
Yeah, in Key Largo. We should do that
Sunset
again.
Cove.
Sunset Cove. We should do that again.
Well, you know, Danny on his website has places to stay, and that's one of them.
Oh, absolutely.
And if you stay at Sunset Cove and you make it, and if you tell him Tiki Man Radio, I think you get like 10% off or something.
Oh, cool.
You get a special deal when you stay up there. So you and I and Michelle and Danny talked about this at the Hemingway Social Club.
Yeah.
About going up there and spending a weekend and
a couple of days.
You know,
nothing too extravagant.
Checking out Sharkies again.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
And of course, the Caribbean Club.
Oh, yeah. Hang on, Michelle.
Hello, so I'm a
There you
little
go.
higher now.
I'm sorry. How'd you get higher?
She grew.
Oh.
I just said I'm sitting on a pillow.
Do I need to lift that mic
she
for
grew.
you?
I watched her grow.
So you've been down here a while.
Yeah.
And you, so I always enjoyed, especially when you had the van.
Yeah.
And
I think it was you who took the picture of my dogs, Cajun and
Whippets,
Tolulo, and they were sitting in the front seat, and it looked like they were driving someplace. It was hysterical.
They were driving, and the 4 of us were in the back drinking. You know, I had to fight because I was going through some of your music the other day in preparation for the show, and one of my other favorite ones is Cajun Has a Coconut.
Yeah.
And that was always a fun one.
Funk song.
Yes.
That's a funk song. It's funny you mentioned that because I was noodling with it today, I'm thinking we should bring this song back. It's a cool song. Boom, 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 bop.
Yeah. Not really. I mean, it's got a killer beat
And
to it.
we have Dave on the trumpet now.
Oh, yeah. What's his last name?
Arndt.
Arndt. That's right.
It should be isn't, but it's Arndt.
Arndt.
A-R-N-D-T.
Yeah. I ran into him when we were at the Old Stone Coffee House. So he'd come in there. So I just knew
he
him.
and his wife Ann are just the nicest people in the world, and they accused me. It's my fault that they moved here.
All right, so I'm gonna add to that, because when we lived in Albuquerque, I can remember times you would call us up and say, "Are you really freaking moving to Key West?
That's right.
You're full of shit," and I'm just like, "No, we're doing this, but we got to get through some stuff." And then when we made that move, I mean, we tell people that, one of the reasons, we had count on our hands, how many
never a
reasons,
single
but
thing,
you
no matter
guys
what happened.
were one of those counts of why we moved down here.
Yeah, thank you.
Because
and we're happy you made it, and we hope you stay longer.
As long as I can put a roof over my head.
We're it's funny. This is the mentality of renting in Key West. That's what we do, and that is that we moved to the current house when the other place it was getting sold, and so we moved to where we are now, which is in Perry Court. And Perry Court, the place itself is great.
Yeah.
We moved in 2018, and we make the same amount of money we did in 2018, but every single year they raise the rent. Like, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
You
Trust. We were lucky the first few years we moved in here, no rent raise. And then it just seems like, and I can't complain because it's not.
We still got one of the best deals on the
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. I mean, we've been lucky. But, every year we get close to that, you're thinking, all right, house was for sale. What does that mean for us? Do we have a new?
This is?
Well, not now. They just took it off the market.
Oh, that's what you were talking about before.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But you know who one of the people who came here to look at the house?
Who's that?
The guy who owns Pirate Radio, Jack.
Oh, okay.
And he comes to the door.
Sees your radios.
And he comes to the door and he goes, "All right, I'm your new owner and I'm raising the rent." And I'm like, "Well, nice to meet you. Come on in," and I knew who he was.
Yeah.
It just took me a second. I'm like, I know who that is. Until he saw the radio, he goes, "What is this?" And it's like,
you know what it is. It's what you do for a living.
He's like, he goes, "Why don't you come to Real Radio?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." I'm like, I bet you I got more listeners than you do.
Yeah, I bet you do.
But I get what it is like down here in the Keys. It's just crazy. So, especially here in Key West, we love Key West. And people ask me, it's like, if you can't stay here and you can't find a place in Key West, you're going to go up the Keys. I'm like, if I can't stay in Key West, I'm going someplace up on the mainland or maybe another state or something. I want to be here.
Yeah.
I want to be right here where I know people and
Sure. That's knowing people is one of the biggest anchors to stay.
Yeah.
I
want to ask the audience, if everybody who's listening to, if you got a question, send it to me, whether you're listening on YouTube, and or via text or whatever, because we would like to know. But I got to put this up real quick.
Questions for Chris.
Questions for Chris. Now,
well, hold on. I think we should also have questions for Michelle because I've been butting in on her time.
I don't mind at all.
You know what? She's enjoying this because she gets to pay more attention to what's on TV. So I want to put this up here because if you're listening on YouTube, watching us, please go out and hit those thumbs up.
Yeah.
If you haven't subscribed to us, which if you haven't subscribed, you sure in the hell are not going to be able to make any comments. So go out there and subscribe to us and listen.
Say hello.
Say hello and click the bell on there too. You see, watch the little arrow. If you're on YouTube, you see what I'm doing there. Subscribe, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up. It really helps us out. It lets people know that you're listening to us. Yeah. It lets YouTube know. I mean,
it makes your life worthwhile.
Well, I always say this incorrectly, a logarithm.
You sound like the Taco Bell dog when he said it. What is a logarithm?
A logarithm.
He said a logarithm.
A logarithm.
A logarithm.
I still got the beach in my head. But seriously, if you got a question for Chris, throw it out there and let us know what's going on.
Throw it out.
Let me see. Are you writing any more books right now?
I'm in the process of one, though it's going quite slowly.
Right.
You have to be in the right frame of mind to write a song, to write a book. They're different, but, a song's essentially something you can do quicker because, it's shorter. You have 3 verses as opposed to 300 pages.
Yeah. This is perfect timing because I think I was reading Ed Contreras' mind. He goes, Chris, have you been doing any book writing?
Yes, I have, but I'm getting closer to getting onto the book train.
The book train.
The book train. Ed's on his train, but I'm going to see if I can hijack him over to the book train.
Oh my gosh! So you do have something, but it's slow going.
Yeah, but it's starting to pick up.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, I've got 3 books that are currently out. I've got 4 books. I have 3 of the bartending, 3 of the bartending books.
Okay.
Bartending, the Traveler.
Is that beer getting to you already?
It is. Yeah.
Kid, I'm just messing with you.
No, you're right.
Taking away.
Don't throw that thing out, though.
Michelle is taking your beer.
Oh, no, what I'll do is I'll take it home and I'll stick it on. Yeah, the bottles.
Oh, yeah. Don't throw that bottle away.
But, yeah, it's tough writing a book. And it's on the same token, when you're in the groove, it just flows. And it hasn't gotten to that point. I'll start, and it's going, but it's crawling, and you're waiting for it. It's like a jet, you're waiting for it to take off. And this thing's just going too slow. So I say, well, let me stop, and I'll try it again tomorrow.
So here's a question. Do you outline before you go into a book?
No.
You just, whatever's on your mind, just throw it on paper?
And more often than not, it's seat of the pants. I'll be writing about one thing, and I'm getting to the end of it, and all of a sudden I get an idea for something completely different, but I can take it from one to the other.
Yeah.
So that's how it goes for me.
I started to outline something. Well, I wanted to write a book. I had this idea of, the title was going to be, You Can't Make This Shit Up. And I was going to cross out shit and put stuff, but it's, Danny has said it before. I think other people have said it before. I come up with these, I don't know. I got these stories that over the years,
do it.
Matter of fact, one of the stories would be the time that RG was staying with you and you were at home and he's over at Viva and he's like wanted his guitar, and that sticks in my head, how funny that was. I just remember you pulling up out front, hey RG, come get your effing guitar, But it's those kind of stories.
Yeah.
And I just need to outline it.
As a matter of fact, RG liked the last post I put up for being on the radio.
Well, I hope he's listening.
I hope he shows up. RG, if you're out there, say hello.
Yeah. Now, if you're in town.
Well, he stealthily comes in and out of town. You never know.
Have you seen him lately, though?
No, but I've seen I'm gonna say it was 6-8 months ago. He was in town and he never said hello, but he made some posts from here.
He didn't, and that's kind of
you bastard. I'm just kidding, RG.
Now, Ed Contreras says someone needs to write a book about Gary Eck. I don't know if there's enough paper.
Well, the other thing is that I've got too many other things that are more important than writing about Gary Eck. I love Gary. Gary is the nicest guy in the world. He's also the biggest bitch in the world. And right now he's on Danny's shit list. Big time.
Well, he's kind of like on a lot of people's shit list.
Yeah, that's Gary. He's always he
actually that's a book.
Yeah, he lusts for being on a shit list to somebody else so he can go argue with them.
Oh my God, yeah. Although his book would be the book about Gary Eck. ... and just take it from there.
Yeah, but I have to also say that Gary is one of the nicest people you'd ever want to meet. If you needed a shirt because let's just say the one you got was ripped off you, Gary would be the first one to say, take off his shirt and say, here's a shirt. He goes, I got another one on the boat. I can get one.
I don't know if I'd want to wear a shirt. I'm kidding.
You're missing
but no,
the point.
I get the point. I was going to say, you're right. You're right. I mean, he is helpful in those ways. He's an interesting character of Key West.
I think what Chris said earlier, it's like he likes to argue. He likes to be contrarian.
He does, yes. He does.
Well, he likes to stir the pot.
Oh, totally.
Stir the pot.
God, he had me so pissed off last week, 2 weeks ago.
Likes to get a rise out.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, he posted something about a month ago, whatever, and he started accusing Danny of all this wrongful stuff. We had cleared up like back in November because he was saying, "What's going on?" And I said, "This is what's going on. You know, we're doing this, we're doing that." They told me you guys were not going to do it. He goes, "Well, I had the job before that, and then you guys took it." And I said, "No, we didn't take it.
Anyway,
the job was no longer there."
Yeah.
So
well,
anyway,
so we could have 3 weeks shows of Gary, but what I think is, and I don't want to talk right now about. I mean, you've been through hell over the last couple years with your sickness, and you've
off the base.
Well, I mean, it's I don't wish what you have gone through on anyone. You've just
keep plugging along.
You kept plugging along.
Yeah.
I tell people, I go, he doesn't have 9 lives like a cat. I mean, he's got.
I got 15, 20 lives.
You do.
Like a rhinoceros or something. I don't know. But, my theory is that I've got a lot of stuff to do. I'm going to do whatever the doctors tell me to do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm left with a whole bunch of free time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do what I want to do. And that's what I'm doing. And now things have been progressing to the point where I used to have what they call a transfusion, which for people who don't know what that is, they stick a needle in you and they give you your drugs that you need. In my case, there were 3. And when it was done, which was like 3 or 4 hours, they'd unhook me and I'd go home and I'd take pills. Now they've taken me off of that, and I had 3 medications then. Now I only have 1. And on top of that, which makes things even better, is that they have a facility here in Key West that they're opening. They just opened up.
I'll say it just opened, didn't it?
Yeah. So I don't, instead of driving 50 miles up and 50 miles back, I have to do that next, a couple of more times probably, because they're still getting themselves situated. But everything's going really well. I mean, I'll run over to North Roosevelt and do whatever they tell me to do.
I'm glad they had that. We had some months ago, there was a lady who came out to our plugging and talked about how they were really pushing to bring, it's a cancer center, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
To bring the cancer center back because they had taken it out of Key West.
Right. Well, what happened was, it's ironic because the facility I'm going to now is the same facility I went to last time, but the thing is that now it's different. It's now run by Baptist Hospital.
Yes.
And Baptist, what happened was the company that ran the old place went bankrupt. And they went bankrupt. And every time I went there, I had to pay like $50, $80, $90, whatever it was. And now then they started sending me bills after they closed. Well, you know what?
You're bankrupt.
You're bankrupt, and the thing is, I don't owe you anything. You collected it right when I was there.
Yeah.
You if you have a problem with that, figure it out.
Well, like you said, you got a lot of things to do before it's time to say adios.
Yes. Yeah. And when I do say adios, it's going to be a good adios.
Well, I want to be a part of that adios,
Absolutely.
by God.
I want my friends around.
The family, the one human family
Absolutely.
down here. And
that may be in 40 years.
Yeah, well, I'm right there with you.
110.
God damn it, I hope you do make it to 110. But like you said, you stay busy, and you've been doing some writing, and you've released some songs.
Yeah.
You did that one for Jimmy Buffett, Sailing Home, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Sailing Home.
And then you just recently have got another one out there.
That's right. Yeah.
And we're debuting that tonight. So talk about that. Tell us what's going on with that.
Okay, what happened was about a month ago, a little over a month ago, let's call it 6 weeks ago. I don't chronicleize these things. But about 6 weeks ago, I hit 2 chords on my guitar, and I said, and this is how it often happens. I played 2 chords on my guitar, and I said, that sounds really good. Let me do that again. Boom, boom, do boom, boom, boom. And I came up with this thing, and I'm thinking, this is great. So I ended up adding other stuff to it. You know, you build and you pile up, and then I said I want to record it. So when I got to that point, it was like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And I got with Ian Shaw, who is my producer. I say he's my producer. I'm his student. Whatever, you know, we have a great relationship. And you know Alan Jacks Bowers?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Alan, you know what Alan thinks of Ian?
I'm thinking good stuff.
Beyond good.
Okay.
He says, I love Ian. I want to know everything about him. All right. Love you, Alan, if you're out
and
there.
And Alan's a great guy. I mean,
Alan is
I love
wonderful.
that guy.
I love Alan. I've recorded with Alan. Matter of fact, this recording that we're talking about, which was done this week, is the only recording I've ever done without Alan in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I sent him, because he has such a positive vibe about Ian, I sent him one of the rough cuts we did.
Yeah.
And he said, do you want me to play on it? I said, well, Ian has his ideas, and he wants to just get it done.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what we did is, do you know Tchaikovsky?
Yeah.
Or Brahms?
Yeah, yeah.
Or Strauss?
Yep.
I use them as an example because it's a good example. What instrument did they play?
Piano, wasn't it?
Well, they played that, but what did they play in all the performances?
Well, okay, we'll say that because I'm thinking piano. I got piano in my head.
Well, that's how they wrote it. You know, they'll write it on a keyboard, no doubt. But everything that they did was done. What's the word I'm looking for? I had it before. This is one of the chemo things.
No.
I'm thinking like harpsichord or something.
No, but no. They did it on keyboard. But there we go. It just ran out of my head. They were.
Well, you're telling me nothing.
I am. I'm telling you nothing.
Well, no. You were saying, that they didn't play nothing.
Right. They didn't play anything. They were composers.
I was going to say they're more the composers, organizers.
They wrote the music, and they had other people play it for them. And that's what I did. I had Matt Backer. Matt Backer. He played all the instruments on there except the guitars and the bass, and he did it to what I wrote. And then we did that, and then Ian added some percussion later on, and it worked out fabulous, and that's what you have. I'm really happy with it.
But and that's what I think is neat about that is when you can get together with other musicians, and it's all up here in your head, but when you convey to them, this is what I'm thinking. It was
amazing, and I've known Matt for a while. Matt Backer, I've known him for a while.
And Matt is out of England.
He's an American who lives in London.
Because he is a fabulous guitar player.
Oh, beyond, yeah, beyond.
He's fabulous.
Amazing. And the thing was, he goes, well, show me what you got, what you're trying to achieve. So I played the song, and having him do the whole thing, we did it in the afternoon. If I was going to be playing, it'd be like 4 days.
Right.
So it worked out so much better that way. And, you have to, often you have to put your ego on the shelf.
Yeah.
You can write it. I could write it, and I did it, and he did everything I was trying to do, and he did it all at one point.
Well, I can relate.
That's kind of what our guys do.
That's kind of what we do. I mean, look, I'm not the greatest musician.
Mm-hmm.
I can get out there and do stuff. I can write a song. I have a thought in my head. But when you get that community of professionals that can come in and gather what's in your head by what you explain to them, things you show them, video, and they can come up with some really cool songs. I find that is just amazing to me.
Oh, it's remarkable. Yeah. And the thing was, here I had this, it was somewhat intricate, and he just played it at the first time.
So the name of the song is what?
Morning Coffee.
Morning Coffee. Is it all instrumental?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's another thing, is that, and I didn't realize this until after we finished the stuff, but I always thought that people who, and I see it all the time, will be playing a gig, and somebody will be walking by the venue, and they'll come in, they'll stop, and they'll, whether I'm singing or Danny's singing, it doesn't matter. They'll start filming it. When it gets to the solo, they shut the thing off and leave.
Yeah.
And that, it's like, to me, it's like, you can't call yourself a music lover.
Yeah.
You're just, so that's one of my pet peeves, True Confessions.
Well, I've listened to this, and it is a very well put together instrumental.
I have to really thank both Ian and Matt. I wrote the thing, but they made it happen. And, thank you so much, you guys.
And I'll tell you the other thing that brought a memory back to me listening to this was when Hugo Duarte did that instrumental Tumbleweed.
No. Sawgrass was his.
I'm sorry, Sawgrass.
You wrote Tumbleweed.
I wrote Tumbleweed. You're right, which was an instrumental. You're right. But Sawgrass was that. And listening to this today, I love the energy. It's got a really cool energy to it. It's like it's kind of like you are having a cup of coffee, getting motivated to meet the day.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's what I liked about it. We're going to play that for the audience, and then we're going to come back, talk a little bit more about it, and we'll get into some more stuff.
Cool.
I really think this is cool. So I hope you guys enjoy this.
And by the way, folks, this is the debut of this song. No other radio stations, anybody has this as of yet. Brian and Michelle are the people who are
debuting it on Tiki Man Radio.
On Tiki Man Radio.
On our Coastal Confessions show.
Coastal Confessions.
So we're gonna play this song, and we'll be right back right after it. Actually, I think I'm gonna play. I might do a few commercials to get some of our commercial folks in there, but we're gonna play this song and come back and chit chat about it because I really think this is a good song. The instrumental is just amazing.
Tiki Man Radio is very proud to be invited to the 14th Annual Music on the Bay 2026, February the 25th through March the 1st. This will be the first time that Tiki Man Radio will be broadcasting live from Music on the Bay. B-Man and Michelle will be there. Tim and Michelle Myers will be there, along with Mo and others, coming together in Tampa Bay at Whiskey Joe's for a great cause, raising money for the Shriners Children's Hospital. Registration is now open. You can go over to TikiManRadio.com and click on the banner and sign up today. We'll see you in Tampa Bay for the 14th Annual Music on the Bay with Tiki Man Radio at Whiskey Joe's. Stop by the Tiki Man Radio tent and say hi, and we'll see you on the radio. Hey everybody, join us for Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time right here on Tiki Man Radio every Sunday. Come over and be part of the show. We'll be streaming live on the Cammy's Grammy Live Cam on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and get into the chat and be a part of the show. That's Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time right here on Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio station.
This is Beth from Nailtini. Do you ever feel like getting your nails and hair done before vacation is a chore? Why not enhance your vacay experience by visiting us at Nailtini, 817 Duval? Our perfect petties will make your feet look fabulous in those flip-flops. Or maybe you want a beautiful blow-dry and style for your night on the town. Men's haircuts, facials, and waxing? We do that too. We live up to our name and serve you a martini or a drink of your choice during your service. Now, back to Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio.
What a great song, Chris.
Yeah, thank you.
I loved it. That was really good. A very good song. Let's get on here. Michelle Myers is tuned in and saying hi.
Hey, Michelle.
Marvelous. Dave and Grace said beautiful.
Thank you, David Grace.
Steve Brown said nice.
Thank you, Steve.
Beth Height said very nice. So
thank you.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
What a really we were talking during some of the advertisements coming back in. I sit over on that couch in the morning drinking my tea, before I get my day started. And that's really good music to listen to.
To start the day off, that's the whole idea. And what I wrote it for specifically in my mind was that this would make a really good intro for a movie that at the beginning of the movie you got all the credits going.
Yeah.
It would be perfect for that. Also on the backside. The backside's going to be longer.
Yeah.
But I want to do the first side. If somebody's happy with the first side, I'll say, no problem. We'll write you a backside as well. But we'll see how it goes.
I thought that was really cool. Thanks. I like it.
Thank you.
Well, and the cool thing is you can add on to that too.
Oh, well, that's where the backside would be.
Yeah.
Because you ever go to the movies, you see the front side, and it's like, I'm going to pull a number out of my ear, but just say it's like a minute and a half long, 2 minutes long, but you stay at the end, and the credits just keep going because there's so many people that get to be acknowledged. And so you have like a 4-minute thing. So that's why I say we'll do a second recording if somebody likes the first one. No problem.
Well, cool. Jeff Lang's on.
Jeff.
He says, good evening. He said,
hey,
pretty
Jeff.
Melody.
Where are you?
Yeah, where are you, Jeff? Beshrar says, so much love for
Thanks,
this.
Baz. We love you, too. We miss you.
Of course, Ed's like, beautiful song to walk through Key West with.
Thank you.
There you go. So, no, that again, very well put together. Very well put together. And, again, you got your cast of professionals that were with you.
Yeah, we've played gigs where we're outside. We're right on the cusp of the sidewalk, and all of a sudden Brian Fields is walking by. It's great. He's doing his morning walk.
I do my morning walks. Let me ask this question because Jeff says he's home in New York.
Okay.
So, all right. Let me ask this question to you because I got a kick out of this. It says venues we've worked in are all closed. That's what you had on here. Venues we've worked in are all closed.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Okay, so you gave me a list of, you got Willie T's, Rick's, Two Friends, Conch Republic Seafood, Lucy's Retired Surfers Bar, Blue Heaven, Curry Mansion, The Tipsy Rooster, Mangrove Mamas, Boondocks, The Navigator, Schooner Wharf.
That's obviously a typo.
Well,
because we played every place there but one.
Well, and I'm going to say you also left out Salty Angler.
Well, Danny played that.
I thought you played that too.
Danny played that. I sat in once or twice, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Of all the places you've played down here, what was your favorite?
That's not easy.
I know it's not easy.
Just if we take the current places.
Yeah.
Two Friends.
Yeah.
We couldn't ask for a better owner. You know, Danny Hughes is just fantastic, and Maura, his wife, they
still
own
flying?
the place.
We need to get to Bahamas at some point. Maybe he'll fly us there.
He might. He has a fly. He has a plane.
Yeah.
I'll talk to him. We'll see him on Sunday. I'll talk to him and say, hey, you want to get us over to Green Turtle Key? Because Green Turtle Key is an interesting spot, you know, in that it's the mother key to Key West.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, what happened was the Bahamians and the Cubans used to come to Key West to clean their fish that they caught and bring it back home. And this happened for a while, but the thing was that finally the Bahamians, who used to be Americans, well, I shouldn't say they used to be, a generation or two before that, they were Americans. And they were Americans who were leaving the United States because they were Tories.
Yeah.
Subjects of the British Empire. They were not Americans. They didn't want to become Americans and wanted to stay part of Britain. And they found the closest proximity. They left from Salem, Massachusetts. Listen to me. Massachusetts.
Salem, Mass.
Salem, Mass. and they settled in Green Turtle Key in the Bahamas, and they stayed there for like over a generation, two generations. And what they would do is they would come to the U.S. to the Keys and go fishing because the fishing here was so good.
Yeah.
And they would do that, and then finally they decided, well, heck, let's just make a community here. And the most fascinating thing is if you go to the Bahamas, if you go to Green Turtle Key, you'll find all these names, those family names. You'll find all the family names in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
In Green Turtle Key. They're all the same.
Yeah.
Because they're all related.
If your back's hurting, you go sit on that couch so you don't have to. I'll leave your mic on.
Well, standing because the couch makes it worse too.
Yeah, Michelle has a back issue.
Oh man!
Both of us went to Hell in a Handbasket this week, so we both have some issues.
That's why I'm up and down and running around.
So, did you ever play the Purple Porpoise?
No, the Purple Porpoise doesn't have music.
You and Danny were the ones that took us to Purple Porpoise.
Yes, we're guilty.
Before we moved here.
And the Purple Porpoise is just unbelievable. It's just. I have this saying, and that is, if you're Catholic, okay, to renew your vows as a Catholic, you have to go and celebrate
at the Purple.
No, you have to go and celebrate at St. Mary's, the Catholic of the Sea, and you have to do that at least once a year.
Okay,
to remain a practicing Catholic. But,
we go at Christmas.
Yeah, but on the other hand, everybody who goes, everybody who does not go to the Purple Porpoise goes, or who does go to the Purple Porpoise. Give me another drink. Well, I was going to say something. Now I forgot what it was.
So when Michelle Myers is here for the Songwriter Showcase,
yeah,
a group of us are going to go down the Purple Porpoise.
Perfect.
We're going to check it out. But she has something else in here. Oh, okay, so she also asked, instead of your favorite, what has been the most memorable gig you had?
Oh, gee, that's not easy.
See, another.
You know, we're doing a minimum of 300 gigs a year. So asking me which one is my favorite from 6-7 years ago, multiply 6 or 7 years by 300, and that's going to be a minimum. So that's really difficult to come up with. So I apologize, but What's my favorite? There's so many good gigs that we had all around town, which were memorable. And Key West is such an inspiring town to play
I think
in.
what would ever be one of our favorites, Michelle?
Yeah.
I mean, I loved Wahlburgers. Wahlburgers was a ton of fun. I mean, that.
Unfortunately, they're gone.
Favorites or most memorable?
How about what would be your most favorite that we did?
I think Wahlburgers was.
Yeah, Wahlburgers was a ton of fun. There's always something happening there. And then what was your most memorable?
I'd say probably that when we did at the Hemingway house.
Yeah, the Hemingway Social.
Hey,
the Hemingway Social. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Hoy has just arrived in the studio. I think our most memorable had to be the Hemingway Social Club. We had so much fun there. Oh, that's right. The Hemingway. See, there's too many.
Yeah.
I'm like you. I can't.
Yeah, no, there's so many good places to play. And, you know, you have, and at certain places, things just click.
Yeah.
And one day they'll click, you're there the next day, and they don't click. But you know, it works out really well. We just love playing in this town. We have so much good.
So Jeff says confession is worst gig. I think he's trying to say, what's your confession for your worst gig?
Think of Danny, what's our worst gig?
Our worst gig?
Yeah.
Get up on that mic.
Jeff Lange is asking.
I don't know what our worst gig
Yeah,
would
I'm
be.
not sure what our worst one is, but they do come up. I mean, we've
There's
had
not
some.
one that stands out in particular, except probably towards the beginning with Red Dog.
But they were good.
No, but they were crazy.
Oh, they were crazy.
There were issues.
Michelle Myers and Dave and Grace say hello, Danny.
Hello, I love you.
So yeah, so again, I
I'm
get
your
it.
bartender. What would you like?
Those are hard. Those are very hard. Well, he was having scotch and I was doing a whiskey.
Michelle found some Irish whiskey for me.
See, we're having a good time. So, do you want to get to some music and then we can regroup here and then let's do that. I want to get into a segment of our show that we do, and then I want to play some more of your music,
whatever,
too. But each week,
Are we on TV?
we are on TV.
We are.
So if you lean a little forward, I can look in your cleavage.
All right.
Our shows, our Nielsen ratings just went up.
All right, good. That's the important thing.
Part of our show, we have Bill and Ann Abbott that do 2 songs to drink to. And they choose 2 songs every week that we add to the show. So I'm going to do that segment. And then we're going to, and this was requested last week. I want to throw this in there. I believe Steve Brown asked for Watermelon Crawl from Tracy Bird. So we're going to open that show up with that song, followed by Bill and Ann Abbott. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk some more with the 2 of you.
Cool. And
then from there, we're going to get some more of your songs in there. And if you feel like playing, you can play. And if you don't feel like playing, relax and enjoy.
I'll do one of the above.
You tell me what you feel like, but let's get into a little bit of Watermelon Crawl. B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions on Tiki Man Radio, coming to you live from the Beechy Shell Studios at the Beechy Shell Hideaway in Key West, Florida. Let's get our watermelon on, everybody.
I don't think they're watermelon.
I was driving through Georgia in late July on a day hot enough to make the devil sigh. I saw a homemade sign written in red, Ryan County Watermelon Festival ahead. Well, I wasn't in a hurry, so I slowed down, took a 2-lane road to a 1-horse town. There was a party going on. When I got there, I heard a welcome speech from a small town man. He said, we got 100 gallons of sweet red wine made from the biggest watermelons on the vine. Help yourself to some, but obey the law. If you drink, don't drive, do the watermelon crawl. When the band started playing the Watermelon Queen, said, let me show you something that you ain't never seen. She grabbed me by the arm, said, come on, let's go. She dipped down, spun around, and do-si-do. She rocked back on her heels, dropped down to her knees, crawled across the floor, then she jumped back on her feet. She wiggled and she jiggled, beat all you ever saw. Said, this is how you do the watermelon crawl. She said, time, do the watermelon crawl. Do the watermelon crawl. Have fun, you all. Do the watermelon
Hey, Ann, what time is it?
It's time for Two Songs to Drink To with Bill and Ann Abbott of the Amateur Adventurers Club.
Only on B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions. Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio station.
Ever since I was legal in a bar, I got hooked on the color of that PBR. Down by the border, I saw you ordering up around. Duval Street was crowded with peeps, but all I saw was you in that sweet cut-off pirate tee. And I was like, hell yeah, you can buy me a drink. Uh-oh, here we go. Trouble drinking doubles at Sloppy Joe's. Singing Jimmy Buffett and everybody knows the words. Typical bleach bum, beach bum dude. His eyes match the sky. Right then I knew I'm obsessed with that Key West blue. I remember when we were waking up together in 78-degree perfect weather. Little summertime romance by the beach, catching waves and rays for days. And we was like the hottest thing in town every single night when the sun went down. And we would take a walk, sand in our toes, and I can still see the color with my eyes closed. Uh-oh, here we go. Trouble drinking doubles at Sloppy Joe's. Singing Ellen Jackson and everybody knows the words. Typical bleach bum, beach bum dude. His eyes match the sky. Right then I knew I'm obsessed with that Key West blue. I'm so obsessed with that Key West blue. Blue's been known to make a person cry, but I don't know why. 'Cause every time I think about that southernmost coast in July, all I can do is smile. And I was like, uh-oh, here we go. Trouble drinking doubles at Sloppy Joe's. Singing Kenny Chesney and everybody knows the words. Typical bleach bum, beach bum dude. His eyes match the sky. Right then I knew I'm obsessed with that Key West blue. Uh-oh, here we go. Trouble drinking doubles at Sloppy Joe's. Singing Bob Marley and everybody knows the words. Typical bleach bum, beach bum dude. His eyes match the sky. Right then I knew I'm obsessed with that Key West blue. I'm so obsessed with that Key West blue. Uh-oh. That Key West blue.
You know, I need some volunteers to help me with this beer. Because, you know, I don't like drinking alone. I got bottles and I got cans. I got all different types and brands. Well, now, you know, I don't like drinking alone. I mean, I will if I have to, but I'd rather not be here by myself. Believe me, that's not my idea of having fun. I'd prefer a beach of bikini blonde, a cooler filled with ice. Spending time with you is always nice. You know, I need some volunteers to help me with this beer. Because, you know, I don't like drinking alone. of the sun, reminiscing about times past. Who's to say how long it all will last? You know, I need some volunteers to help me drink this beer, because you know I don't like drinking alone. I've got bottles and I got cans, I got all different types of brands. Well, now you know I don't like drinking alone. You know I need some volunteers. Come on, I need some volunteers. Tell me with this beer. Help me out here, help me out. You know I don't like drinking alone. That's it, that's it. There you go. I got bottles and I got cans. I got all different types of brands. Well, now you know I don't like drinking alone. I need volunteers.
All aboard! Hello, everyone. This is Ed the Train Man from Get on the Peace Train with Ed the Train Man. Join me and the Peace Train conductors every Monday, 5 to 7 p.m. Central Railroad Time, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Railroad Time. And we'll come to you live from the Paradise Way Tiki Bar Studios in Crown Point, Indiana. That's the Lakes of Four Seasons. And our show is about hippies, trains, trop rock, and of course our local music scene here in Northwest Indiana. My show is brought to you by JM Real Estate, the commercial real estate of the Florida Space Coast, and Better Call Becky, Better Homes and Gardens right here in Northwest Indiana. So get on the Peace Train, all aboard on Tiki Man Radio.
Mr. Engineer, can you take me far away from
got an itty bitty Hey Tiki Man Radio fans, this is Emily Randall from Chicagoland, and I love tuning in to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle on Friday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern on the internet at tikimanradio.com or watch live on YouTube at Tiki Man Radio. Reach out if you've got a song request or a confession. Surrounded by walls, but all I see.
Thank you, Emily Randall, for bringing us back into the show. I love her so much, and I know you've done work with her.
I've done a lot of work with Emily, and Emily is just such a wonderful, wonderful. First of all, forget her as a
hang on one second. You can get rid of that pillow.
So I'm just
Yeah, Michelle was. You don't have to use that.
I'm trying. I'm sitting on a taco.
Okay. Sorry. So go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt, but
Okay, that sounded wrong.
she's struggling over there.
Well, I was saying about Emily, she's
Nice
she's
taco.
been such a wonderful, wonderful friend. Forget her as a music for a moment, and just she's an incredible human being.
She is,
and she happens to be a virtuoso on the violin / fiddle.
Oh, she's just now. Last year, when Michelle and I did our 6-week on the road in the RV, our first stop was Orlando. And the neat thing about that was she was up there because, she used to be part of the Disney crew up there. It was during college. What was that? What was it called, Michelle? Yeah. Anyway, it's like, she came in. It was part of a college project. And I think she did it for like a year. I think it was a year and a half. But it was so cool because when she was there, she's like, please come to our concerts because they're having like a reunion of all these folks.
Yeah.
And we went, and oh my God, was it the coolest thing. And then afterwards, she goes, hang out and meet some of the people
Good.
from the cast. And
she's so wonderful.
But for us, that year was an interesting year because it's right around Disney's 50th.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite places to go is the Hoop-de-Doo Review in the campground.
Sounds like fun.
And I won't go into that because this is the show about you, but we were able to meet a lot of the original cast from the Hoop-de-Doo. So it was just an exciting time, especially when we got to hang out with Emily Randall.
Yeah.
And listen to her stories and meet her friends that was a part of that. So
yeah, we were not this time that she was here. I think it was the last or maybe the one before that. She came in and sat in with us at Willie T's, and I was going to start playing one of the songs that she was on, and she leans over to me and she goes, "Tell them the story about how the song came about." Yeah. And I just think, yeah, exactly.
Well, again, she's a fabulous. She's got a awesome background, especially when she was in the Army and playing and what she did. I won't even go into that, but I will say the work she's done with you has been fabulous.
Yeah.
We've got a new song that we're finishing up that's going to have her playing some stuff on it, and I can't wait. When I sent it to her, and I'm like, would this interest you? And she's like, yes.
Yeah.
So that's mine, mister.
Yeah, we did one of our recordings. Oh, I'm sorry. Yours had more in it, so therefore I grabbed it.
You got a big ice cube in yours. I gotta keep an eye on this guy. He's drinking my drink.
A couple of songs back when we recorded with her, she sends me a picture. I don't have it here, but she sends me a picture of where she's going to be recording. It was the United States. What was the name of it? United States Recording Facility, and it was 120%.
Was that in Chicago?
No, Washington
D.C. Yeah, part of the Army stuff.
And she said we're going to be using this, and I'm thinking, holy crap.
Yeah, she's amazing. I want to get to some shout-outs here, Rick, real quick, because Tiki Man just said, the hippie chick says hello.
Hey, hippie chick.
Hi, Heather.
And Callie McCool from California just jumped in and said, hello, Danny Hoy and Chris.
Hey, McCool.
Let me see. Both Steve Brown and Michelle Meyer say hey to Ray, because Ray and Harriet are tuned in. Sweet Harriet.
Hey,
Ray and Harriet. Michelle Myers.
Steve Brown, I believe he wants me to play 3 Drinks Behind next week. Who did that one? Send me a little bit of information.
3 Drinks Behind.
3 Drinks Behind. Send me some info on that so I don't forget. Actually, let me write this down. 3 Drinks
The whole world is 3 drinks
Behind. Who did that one?
Well, that was a quote from Humphrey Bogart.
You know what? We used to play those at the Cork and Stogie.
I
Remember
wonder if that's what he's talking about.
Maybe.
I won't think of it, but yeah, because it was The Whole World is 3 Drinks Behind. And then the other one was Hemingway. That was Bogart, and this was Hemingway. I have to think of it, but I'll get there.
Jojo Fish said you and Danny took them to the Purple Porpoise once, too.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. We all should go to the Purple Porpoise. It's something, like I was trying to say before, if
let's book a shuttle.
If you're a Catholic, you have to. If you're a Catholic, you have to go to the Mass on Easter. If you're just a Key West resident, you have to go to the Purple Porpoise.
I think we should get a hay wagon, a donkey, and let somebody to drive the donkey to all of us to the Purple Porpoise.
We'll have to go down the side road.
There's no side road. You're in the drink.
Well, it'll be really hard to get over the bridge, though.
Steve Brown said 3 Drinks Behind by George Strait.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. George Strait.
Callie says, a little late, but still here. Been listening for past hour, riding my bike from work. All right. Well, Callie, we're glad you tuned in with us.
How long's that bike ride?
Yeah, how long is that bike ride? And how many beers have you had on that bike ride?
We're working on more.
He's got that. The only biker out there with that helmet that's got straws going in on left and right side into a can of beers.
Gotta love it.
Oh my God. So Chris, dude, what else can we talk about you? I mean, you got so much stuff. I mean, the stuff with the shanty hounds, but what is something that the audience doesn't know? But we know that you've got you're a published songwriter because you talk about that a lot. I think that is really cool.
He's an author.
He's an author. Everybody knows about that. Yeah. We talked about that before you got here too. He's writing a new book right now called My Time with Danny Hoy. Hoy. Hoy, Danny Hoy. But no, what is something else that we don't know about you that we probably should? And remember, this is a confession if you want to make it that.
I was an altar boy.
You're an altar boy.
I was an altar boy when I was 8 years old, 9 years old.
You and Jimmy Buffett together?
No, everything, the priests in my parish, St. Luke's in Hohokus, New Jersey, they were all fabulous. They were the greatest people. They were great. Father Shilsky, Father Brady, Father...
remembers all of them. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, they were all great. They were all a lot of fun.
I can't even tell you half my damn family's name. It was like, the one with the long hair and the lisp.
But I had a great time in school when I was that age. And
when did you start playing music, though? I mean,
when I was 14.
14.
Yeah.
And what made you want to do that?
My cousin Brian, who is 6 years older than I always used to go over to his house and watch him play. And he had a guitar. He had a Yamaha acoustic, and he'd play the Yamaha acoustic. And one day I went over there to hear him play, and he said, "Do you want to learn how to play the guitar?" I said, "Yeah." And so he said, "Hang on." He went upstairs. He got a guitar. He said, "Here, this is your guitar from now on." It was a nylon string, and my Uncle Red, who was his father, had one of his things that he owned was a guitar making place. It was just a classical guitar, kind of simple. And he said, "Do you want this?" I said, "Hell yeah."
Yeah.
And that's how I got started playing. He showed me 4 chords on the guitar. He showed me an E, an A, a D, and a G. And I just took it from there.
So, what was the first song you learned?
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
See, this is stuff people, I want people to, you know, we know all the, I mean, you send me this bio and I'm like, we know this. You've done some great stuff. But I want to know, what made you want to play guitar? What was the first song that...
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
There you go.
The Beatles. Oh, totally. And then shortly after that, you belt out the word, what is your favorite band or whatever? The Beatles. On the backstroke, it's the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, yep.
For me. That's how it was. And this is... and the thing was...
The answer to his question is both.
Yeah. Well, the Beatles probably a touch more than the Stones, but I love the Stones. I mean, back then they had this thing, you either hate or... I didn't believe that.
Like you're one or the other.
Yeah.
I wouldn't believe that. No, I like both.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Danny, so if you guys got questions for the Shanty Hounds...
Let us know.
Chris, let us know. I mean, we're happy, you know, because, again, you sent me a really cool list of stuff, and I'm like, we know this stuff. I want to dig deeper into, what...
We can.
So one of the questions, Dan, or one of the comments that was made, well, first, let me see. Callie McCool says, first time ordering a shot from California. Oh, okay. Maybe that's not a question. Tiki Man says, Chris has a love of cars and actually worked in the business, I believe.
I did, yeah, for many, 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 many years. I was in the automobile.
Was that in Miami?
Yes, Miami and Boston.
Are you familiar with Bowman? Because we just bought a new car.
No.
My God, the language barrier was unbelievable. It was crazy.
Where?
Up in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bowman.
Yeah.
Bowman.
See, one of the problems is that yo no un poquito en español. No problem para mí. That means I don't speak Spanish. It's not a problem, but it's not a problem for me.
Yeah. Well, so first, who was the first car maker you worked for?
Mercedes-Benz.
Ooh,
and my dad worked for Mercedes-Benz, and there was a guy who he trained, and that guy took me under his wing, Bill Ussery.
Very cool.
In Key
Bill Ussery
Largo.
Motors.
Well, that was Bill Ussery. Excuse me. No, it was Bill. Oh fuck! Now I'm gonna burn in hell because he passed away. I can't remember his last name. I'll think of it in a minute.
So Callie McCool goes, love the Shanty Hounds, bought all their music, Live Aboard is his favorite.
Oh,
a lot of people love that song.
Yeah. It's a.
Well, I might have to put that in there. I mean,
Did you tell the story about Live Aboard?
No, we haven't done any recording.
No, I mean, did you talk about?
Well, you know what?
No.
Let's talk about that, and
All right.
and I'm pretty damn sure I have it in there, and if I don't, I'm going to
if
burn
not,
in
I'll
hell
play it for
probably.
you.
I mean, good God!
Oh, just how did you you wrote that song, right?
Yeah, I wrote that song when I was living in Miami, and what happened was there's a there's a musical. There's a mute. What's the word I'm looking for?
Open mic? No.
Well, we'll call it an open mic, but at any rate. But they did the whole song. They recorded the whole song in Miami. And then I put it out. When I say recording, it wasn't like recording like you have like I said in the other thing. It was just something where like I did it on a phone.
No, I was thinking. I was talking about when you played it for the first time at an open mic, and you had a whole bunch of Guinnesses.
Yeah, what happened to me? Thanks, son. What happened was I wrote this song, Liveaboard, and my then wife, Gigi, kept telling me, she goes, "Why aren't you playing this song at your gigs?" And I said, "Well, it's just not really it doesn't cut it." She goes, "No, it really does." And so I said, "Okay." So I just kind of blew it off.
Yeah.
And then I played it again. She goes, "You should really playing this song at your gigs." I said, "I'll get to it." And there's one time after that, I was playing at an open mic, and the people who are playing there are like, they're really good, and I love them all. But anyway, I got to the I was one of the few people that were at the end of the set. Everybody else had done everything. Everything was kind of dwindling down, and I finally got up on stage and I didn't want to do it, but I did it, and I just said, "Oh hell, I'll just do Liveaboard and get this over with."
Get it over with. Get it out of the way.
I get it over with. So I played Liveaboard, and at the end of Liveaboard, people are standing up and clapping. I'm like, huh? And other people are like saying, "Yay!" I left the stage. I had two people shake my hands, and that's an incredible song. I'm like, what?
Well, I'm going to play that song.
Well, hang on just a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We got one more thing to do. And I got to the end of the line with all these people shaking my hand and everything. I'm like in bewilderment. And this one guy comes up to me, and it's Pat Anderson. Pat Anderson's a professional player throughout Miami-Dade County. And
Matt Anderson, right?
Matt, his dad is Pat. Excuse me, Matt.
Matt and Pat.
Matt and Pat. They're like the greatest. They're fabulous. I love them. But Matt comes up to me, and he goes, "I gotta do that song. Will you let me play it?" And I said, "Of course, play the song." And he did, and Matt plays this song to this day.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So and that was 20 years ago.
So I've got the song. I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
But before we do that, Ed said, going back to the conversation about favorite gigs, he goes, "I'll never forget the Unleashed release party at Grunts."
Everyone was there. Everyone. It was amazing. I just saw the pictures, too, that Ed Contreras sent us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like that was epic.
Yeah. And we missed it because we were in the middle of the songwriter showcase, and that's when we were working.
I think even my brother was there. Everybody was there.
Well, that's when the songwriter showcase at Tiki House went, I think, till like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we missed that, but I'm glad he brings that up because a lot of people like that.
Y'all, I don't know, but Danny Lynn was. I mean, y'all came over.
I think I was so freaking whipped out. I was just that night. I was like, I'm done.
That was like
that happens.
That had
2018, I think.
Yeah,
which would have been our second year of yeah. So and then of course, Beth Schreier's tuned in. She goes, "That was a great night." And then before we get to the song, what is Danny Hoy's longest bike ride?
I've done bike rides of 150 miles over 2 days. The longest bike ride recently was 100 miles from Tavernier down to here. That's 100 miles for, and we did it for the Mark House. It's called the Tour de Keys, and it's taking place this year in November, I think.
Yeah.
I know it's 100 miles, and it's for the Mark House and A.H. Monroe and a bunch of other things. So.
And then, of course, Danny Lynn says, my favorite is Raise My Glass to the Upper 48. Is truly. We're going to go over tonight, folks. Normally we're done at 9. So I
knew this would happen.
We got a little bit more we're going to go over, but I'm going to play Liveaboard. And we're going to get right into that. Then we'll come back. And if you got questions, send them to me, guys. Let me know so we can ask these guys. Because we all know what you do. You're an author. You've done this. You've done that. We want to know the inside of Key West Chris.
Anything I can relate to you that I'm so
or remember.
If you can't remember, I might.
All right, here's Liveaboard, you guys.
Grits and grunts for breakfast, I had them in the early morning. Dropped a line off the stern as I drank my coffee. And last night, it was yellowtail. I call that the good life. Later I'll head to the marina. I hear that they got somewhere. But I'll get out in time, make a beeline back to where it all began. 'Cause I'm a liveaboard. I'm a liveaboard. I'm a liveaboard. Liveaboard. They threw me out of Old Boot Key. You know, I lived there for years. And every night I'd wash up to that dockside pond. But big money moved in, they moved me out. I ain't got no money, I ain't got no clout. So I fired up the motor and off I go. But I'm off the highway and I'm on the ways to greet the morning sun. 'Cause I'm a liveaboard. I'm a liveaboard. I'm a liveaboard. Liveaboard. Bow light, stern light, any light, I can't see nothing. Need a foghorn. Break away, get away, I just can't wait for the dawn. Dropped an anchor in Jewfish Creek. I'd like to swim with the dolphins, but Those red crocodile eyes are patrolling, keeping their watch. But it's a hot summer day, I think I'll find my way over to Gilbert's bar. Wet my whistle and tell my tales to anyone that wants to listen. But I'll stay anchored right here until my luck and money run out and it's time to shove off. 'Cause I'm a liveaboard. I'm a liveaboard. I'm a liveaboard. Liveaboard. Thank you. You know I passed Waterfront Market. It's early on. Chairs off the tables in the bars. It's a new dawn. I see the water in the bite, glisten and shine. In the distance I hear a tug's horn, let out a whine. It's doing wine. I walk up the street and the girls all give a pretty smile. Streets are wet from the night before another tropical storm. Homeless still scatter the doorways, sleeping it off. Work in Duval rewards a sidewalk and a bottle of pain. They say the key's disease is the bee's knees. You know there's more than one. 'Cause a bee's got 6 knees, and like he, I prefer the sun. And a delightful libation, perhaps something made with rum. Here I can smile, go just about while having fun. But I don't wanna go nowhere that way. I'll never be late. Island time is this life of mine, but I'll raise my glass to the upper. My glass to the upper 48. It starts with the last chance and works its way down. Hopping and stomping on the islands, town to town. Above us there's madness, cars are honking, it's doggy dog. Here I'm chillaxing, always relaxing. Just another day in paradise.
Just another day in paradise.
You know, friends and family, they call me, say, why not visit back home? And although I love them dear, I just never wanna leave here. The roots have grown to this old rock, like me firm and strong. Flockers gone wild at Blue Heaven is where we all belong. But I don't wanna go nowhere that way, I'll never be late. Island time is this life of mine, but I'll raise my glass to the upper 48. Yes, I'll raise my glass to the upper 48. But I'll raise my glass to the upper 40.
This is Steve LaChance from Merrimack, New Hampshire, and when we're camping, we love listening to Tiki Man Radio.
Hi, this is Sissy at Nailtini. Stop by for a mani-pedi at 817 Duval. Now, back to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle.
Thank you, Sissy from Nailtini. And hey, if you guys didn't know, Sissy sold Nailtini.
We heard that.
And we did her going away. We did her roast last week.
All right.
A roast.
And that was a lot of fun.
That must have been great.
They weren't sure
Where did
how
you-
they
where'd
were
you
going to.
roast her?
Didn't know how she was going to take it, but she took it like a champ.
Excellent.
And I had actually taken these papers that I had. I must have had like 8 or 9 of them, and I made them real big.
Mm-hmm.
The lettering, so I could talk about it. And when I said I got a little bit to talk about, and I'm like, and just all rolled on the floor, and so
like an accordion.
Yeah. So Steve Brown. Give a shout out to Steve Brown here. We're talking about this today.
Steve Brown.
He goes, oh, hang on. He goes, holy crap. I remember having a long conversation with them while they were playing the breakfast set at Two Friends. We had a great conversation
Yes.
about guitars and songs. So great to see you again. Very
Great.
cool.
Thank you. It's good to see you again, too.
Thanks for tuning in.
Tune in to Coastal Confessions. And
We always have a lot of fun with our audience. You know,
we
you know
do.
how it is.
Oh, yeah,
we
no.
want to interact with them, and I think people get a lot out of
And the owners
when you're
of-
just paying attention to
The
them. a
owners
little.
of Two Friends have told us, they said one of the things we like about you guys is that you interact with the customers.
Yep.
Well,
That
you
works.
know, that what makes it special. When you can talk to the musician, when you can throw a song out there, when you can, I don't want to say banter back and forth, but you can have this, fun
Once it doesn't go
conversation.
too long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
half hour later, it's like, could you play a song now?
You're here to play music.
Yeah.
You're on the clock.
It's like, oh, time for our break. But right after our break, we'll come back and finish this conversation and play a song.
Uncle Alex.
I know. Uncle Alex is on there. He's
Uncle Alex. Hey, Uncle
Is it
Alex.
Conga?
Conga. What else do we not know about you? Slide that over towards you. There you go. You got,
All right, there we
you got plenty of space there. What else don't we know about you, Chris, that we should know?
I'm 5'5".
Okay. And a half?
No.
Or did you shrink a little?
I think I shrank.
Tell us about your Connolly connection.
Oh, which Connolly?
I don't know if anybody's ever heard this story.
Which Connolly are we talking about?
The one that was in Texas.
Texas.
They called you about a car, and you asked them about the spelling of their name.
Well, okay. The spelling of my mom's last name, she's Connolly from Ireland. Conolly. And that was the spelling of her name. I'm not sure what Danny's talking about after that.
Okay, so apparently there were some Connollys that had that were in a will, and they got axed from the will, and they got really upset, so they changed the spelling of Connolly to a different Connolly.
Yeah. What happened was they were heading from Ireland to the United States, and my eldest brother-in-law took the name, and when he got to Texas, he decided he was going to take the name and he was going to respell the name from Conolly to Conely, and that was going to be the new spelling of the name. So they went up to Texas and did their thing there, and my parents stayed in the Bronx in New York and did their thing there. They got married and all that stuff. And a few years later, they realized that things were happening, so they reconnected with the family. The family didn't have too much of.
I may have thrown him too big a curveball.
You really did.
Well, let's get back on the ball field. First of all, Uncle Alex says CRS, LOL. So Callie, we talked earlier about.
Basically, it comes down to Chris is related to John Connolly that was killed in the car with JFK.
Oh,
yeah.
So you're related to that Conley?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay.
Conolly. He moved to Texas, and he changed his spelling to Conolly, and we kept our spelling of Conolly, which is the traditional one, and he ended up keeping the one which was Conolly.
Okay, we can go on. You got it. There you go.
Hey, Graham Andrews is on. He says, "Hey,
Graham Andrews,
waving at you."
Kelly McCool wants to know
who elected her to be part of this conversation.
You did. Kelly McCool said, "How did Chris and Danny get their start in music?"
Well, we kind of talked about you earlier because how old, when you started music and how you got into it.
Yeah.
And you had a. So when you were working in the car industry, you also had a band, right?
Well, that came later. The car industry I got into in 2002.
Okay.
And I was in the car industry at that point.
When did the Rabble Rousers come about?
That's right. I'm trying to think of the name of the band.
The Rabble Rousers came out in 2000. Brewster Kell and I had a duo, and Bruce is the greatest guy you'd ever want to meet. He's just a wonderful human being. But we put together a duo with him and I. We called it the Rabble Rousers. And then later on, Bruce said, "You gotta get your songs out there because they're really good and blah blah blah. So you gotta get your songs out there. Let's
Why don't we start a band?
Why don't we start a band?" So we started a band. And it was
a blues band, right?
It was a blues band, yes. Yeah.
But you guys you didn't have recorded music or anything, did you? You just played music.
We did 4 songs musically. I'll send them to you if you like.
I'd be curious to hear it. Yeah.
But they're nothing at all like what you're hearing now.
Not like trop rock.
Well, no, but it would be interesting to. I would like to hear what it sounded like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the beginning of it. When we started.
They did a couple of songs that were about people riding motorcycles, the Harley Davidson crowd.
Yeah.
He had a whole bunch of those kind of songs. One of them was called Rainy Day.
When we started doing documentaries of behind the music, Chris Ream, known as Key West Chris.
Yeah, so
I think that's interesting stuff.
We started this thing and we found that the bikers really liked our music and they always came up and said thank you.
Yeah.
And that means a lot. Somebody says thank you.
But Chris, do you consider yourself trop rock?
No.
I didn't think so.
I'm a songwriter.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I'm a songwriter. Some of my stuff is trop rock, some of it is not.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I don't want to get categorized in any kind of music. I want to be able to do whatever I do. The song that we had that I gave to you tonight, that's not trop rock.
Yeah, no, it's not trop rock.
And it's that song is like Mediterranean.
Yeah.
That's how I classify it.
Yeah, I mean, well, and, as we were listening to the two songs that I played before we came back on the air,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of your songs are 5 minutes plus.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think because you throw in a rhythm, you get something going in there, and then you'll sing a little bit, and then you're back into the rhythm of it, and then you'll throw in some more lyrics to it, and you're back into the rhythm of it. And then you're more lyrics, and you get more of the rhythm of it. I mean, you put a lot of instrumental in between.
Absolutely,
your words.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. I mean, a lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people don't catch it. But if you're putting music out, and let's just say you're playing in a bar, you're playing music and you're doing a solo. The person walking by the place stops and they come in and they listen to it, and that's really cool. I think
it's funny because with the group that I deal with, they're very kind of into that the 3 minute to 4 minute song kind of stuff, and no more, no less. But I had a song that I wanted longer intro into. And they were fighting me tooth and nail not to do that.
Because the guidance these days is get to the chorus as quickly as possible.
Exactly. But
you want people singing.
But I'm like,
with
no,
you.
I don't want that. I want it to go a little bit more. Yeah. And yours is like that, to where you give that musical intro and you're listening and you're like, okay, it's not a boring song. It does, you're not 15 seconds into it going, all right, when the hell is he going to say something, But no, I think that's a change. It's a difference that I like
hearing. It's a total difference, and it's something I think that people who are into it you grab onto.
Yeah. Now, Uncle Alex is like, there's a lot of empty glasses. Well, let me tell you what.
Get over here and make us some Bloody Marys.
We're not here to be a pop band.
Yeah.
I'm not into being a pop band. Playing pop music is okay, but I don't want to make it my daily thing.
I like when we can play our original music.
Yeah.
I like doing that. I think that's what I think is important. And, unfortunately, a lot of Key West isn't that. A lot of Key West is let's play, the Eagles. Let's play all those known songs. And a lot of times, for us as an example, I like saying, I'm going to play an original. Is that okay with the crowd?
Don't even ask.
And
just do it.
Man, the response, they're like, yes, please. And I'm like, and then after that, I don't ask. I don't say anything. I'm like, I get into this, play it, and then I might say, hey, new song or whatever.
Because there's a whole bunch of creative music being behind the lyric.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I don't like is somebody will play a song, and it's a musical song. It's not, but they'll play that song, and it'll land, and then all of a sudden it turns into a country pop song.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I like it to be just the way it is.
Well, I get a kick out of just getting out there and doing what we do.
Good.
I like listening to you guys when you're playing your originals. We like your originals. Of course, you got to make the crowd happy. You always got those people who are like, hey, a little bit of.
Because here's the thing about the crowded people: the people who are the crowded people, generally they don't have a big musical background.
Yeah.
And I'm not criticizing them. That's just how it is. It's just a fact of
Let me ask this question, and if you don't remember, that's fine. But what was the first bar ever you played in Key West? Do you remember?
Yes. Dante's.
Dante's.
I was there with Yvonne. I don't know if you know Yvonne. Yvonne was this black guy who was just amazing guitar player. And he was the nicest guy in the world. And he goes, Chris, why don't you come play with me over at Dante's? We're going to be there on Friday night. And this is like on Wednesday. It was like 2 days before. I said, I'd love to. He goes, yeah, show up. And the thing that I liked about Dante's is that they had the monitors were way up on the ceiling.
Okay.
So it wasn't like on the floor. and you could hear everything. It was great.
Is it the same setup like it is now, where the stage is?
Maybe I have
It's
to go
over on
look. I have to look.
On this side of the bar.
Yeah, 'cause as you walk in, when you walk into the side, you know, if you turn left, there's like a stage there, and then there is the bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that hasn't changed at all over the years.
Okay, there you go.
Interesting.
I think so. I mean, it's been ever since I've been here. Like, I think it's always been the same.
Yeah.
But he got here in 2005.
10. No, 2008.
Wow.
Okay.
Did
Patty Lynch has been here since 2005.
who has?
Patty Lynch.
Where's Patty Lynch?
I saw him tonight.
Patty.
He kept saying, "How's Chrissy doing?"
Patty, he's a great guy.
What is one of your guys' favorite song that you do? Do you have a favorite song that you do?
I have to say one of my favorite songs is "Into the Mystic."
Oh, okay.
By Van Morrison.
Yeah, that is actually that's something
I love that song.
It's funny because we used to play that a lot. We're actually kind of going back to some of the old songs.
You know, keep it going because it's like I'm looking at some songs to play tonight, and I'm thinking these are songs we always used to play every night. And we don't play them. We haven't played them for 2 years.
That's been Michelle and I.
Yeah, play them.
You know, so we on our Tuesday show, I've been trying to go back, throw back some of the old songs we used to do when it was B-Man the Misbehavens back in the day and everything. But what about one of your songs? What is one of your favorite songs that you like to do?
Tough. I like the beach.
Which is Michelle's favorite.
What about Smile?
I like Smile.
We have a lot of fun. Smile's our duo.
Yeah.
Do I have?
Smiles is one of our duo songs.
I'm trying to think. Do I even have that one? Did you ever send that to me?
I hope so.
But keep going. I'm just.
We haven't recorded that properly.
Smile, yeah, we did.
I like to me.
Yeah.
I like Yippee Ki So.
Yes.
Tote the Load was always a good one.
Tote the Load.
Yeah, that was like we would. Yeah.
The energy on that was just really cool.
Tote the Load would be like one of the last songs.
Steve Brown says, "Into the Mystic, winner."
Winner dinner.
I can hear him doing that in the
chicken dinner.
The voice of what's his name, Michelle? Charlie Sheen. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Winning.
That was a messed up guy.
I will say, Danny Lynn is finishing the 100 tonight. The 100. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Lynn is finishing the 100. Him and Hippie Chick.
The 100 what?
We have been on Netflix watching different stuff, and we got him hooked. It's called the 100. Now, what I learned today when I was talking to him was that the 100, this is the 100th episode of the show.
Oh.
But there's a lot of 100 signatures in this. They have 100 kids that they sent down to Earth. It was, the Earth was, they had a big nuclear thing, so they sent 100 people up in space, and they had, more than 100 people, but they had to stay there for 100 years for the radiation to go away, and then they sent 100. So there's a lot of 100 references within this thing. But I was talking to Danny earlier, and he's like, it's the last episode tonight. So I'll be curious. I'll be curious to hear what he has to say about.
Ooh, a spaceship.
But it was a really good show.
Cool.
But we were
I love
watching
science fiction.
I think it was on Netflix, but I'm not sure. It was Charlie Sheen. It was a two-parter.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they have a documentary.
Yes, and it was really good.
Apparently, he was quite drugged up for a while.
It was really good. So
the tiger blood.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how we get on these stuff. The next thing you know, we got Danny and Hippie Chick hooked on the 100. And the last few weeks, it's been some. Well, Danny's been texting Michelle back and forth, and then they get on their show on Sunday going, B-Man and Michelle suck. So I love it. And I think Uncle Alex, he says the 100 too. So I don't know if he's been watching, but yeah. So
thank you, Uncle Alex.
We have. I'll tell you, it's been a lot of fun tonight. What song? I want to play another one of your songs.
All right.
So we can get into that mode. But what would be one of the songs? You don't have Albuquerque.
I could play Albuquerque for you.
Well, don't play it tonight.
No.
But I think you never recorded that, did you?
Not properly, no. Just as
you should. That is one
I'd be happy to play it for tonight.
I think that would be a song that, but I want to get, so I have, hang on here, because you guys, I want to get back. I'm in my radio thingy here, so I want to get out of that. I want to go back up to your music because, well, one of my favorites. I love Dildo Key. That is one of my favorites, and I swear to God, it was just. But talk about that for a second.
Dildo Key.
Yeah.
Dildo Key. Okay. Let me stop yawning. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm looking. How many people knows a depth chart?
Not many.
Raise your hands, everybody.
Everybody raise their hand.
All right, nobody's sure. A depth chart is something you know, but you don't know it by name. A depth chart tells a captain who's on a boat how deep the water is, and you'll see it on. It's like a map, but it'll say 6 feet, 8 feet, 3 feet, all that. That's a depth chart. So I'm looking at, and I'll look at this depth chart, and it's telling me all this stuff. And then I come across this one odd island. And I say, what the heck? And I look at it again. I blink my eyes to make sure I'm not fogging over. Blinking my eyes, and it still says the same thing. So I figure, I got to write a song about this place. And so I decided, and I did.
Well, it's a really good song. Now, I will say, Callie McCool says "The Island Storm."
I wrote that.
You wrote that one.
Actually, no. Tiffany Green wrote that
That's
song.
right. Tiffany Green wrote.
And I
wrote that
recorded
one.
it. Yeah.
I'm trying to catch up on all the comments so everybody knows they're included tonight. Bob Bitch wants to know this.
Bob Bitchin'.
What song is it that you recorded that you don't really like to play live? I want to say.
Yeah.
The upper 48.
Raise my glass.
You don't like to play that live.
Yeah. That's my thought.
You're probably right in many ways because I don't play that song live all that often.
Yeah, because I remember at a couple gigs early on. I don't even think we had moved here yet, and I remember there were some people. Well, the one lady we were talking about during the music break that used to come down here and was the wife of a friend of yours that passed away. She would always request that song, and you would always like, look. I don't like playing that one live.
That's true.
And so that would be, my comment. What's the full name of that one? I know I'm going to mess it up.
Raise my glass to the upper 48.
Raise my glass to the upper 48, yeah. So that was my guess.
Yeah, good guess.
And I always like it because when you guys are at a gig and Michelle and I happen to be there, you always do the Albuquerque song. So that's why I throw that one out there because... let me see. I want to make sure I hadn't missed anything. So I want to play Dildo Key. And we're going to come back, talk a little bit more, and then we'll get ready to close the show out.
All right.
Does that work for you guys? Sure. All right. So I love that. This is one of my favorites, so I can't help it. It is what it is. Dildo Key.
Dildo.
I'm gonna wake up in the morning before that sun comes up. I'm gonna get my things together, fishing poles and all of that stuff. I'm gonna head on down shore side, got a little boat waiting for me. A fishing holes where I'm gonna go, down in the Florida Keys. Alright. Half a dozen miles southeast of old Flamingo. I'm gonna motor my way across the Florida Bay. That's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna drop an anchor and catch a wave, cast a line and enjoy the day. I'm going fishing, my favorite spot, better known as Dildo Key. What did he say? That's right, it's better known as Dildo Key. Now I got a name like that, I can't rightfully say. All I can tell you is that it sits out in Florida Bay. And the girls all love it, they like to hitch a ride. They love it best when they're at high tide. Everything is shaking, my favorite spot, down at Dildo Key. Well, you know you have a good time, you would see if you're home at Dildo Key. And you can take it next door, there's a real life Johnson for the south to Ramrod Key.
Ramrod? Is there a little Ramrod?
Well, girls all scream and holler about it down Dildo Key. Shaken or stirred, that's the way they say it's gotta be.
Just make mine dirty.
I don't know how it all came about. At Long Key they all get to stretch it out. Everything is shaking, my favorite spot, down at Dildo Key. Alright.
Gotta love Cayo de Consolador.
Oh, yeah.
Well, right next door there's a neighbor. It's a little Johnson Key.
Did you say Johnson?
And if you go down, way down low, there's 3 big Johnsons more. Dropping anchor on a soft shoal. Before you know it, they'll be screaming for more. Everything is shaking, my favorite spot, down at Dildo Key. All right, let's go.
Gonna be a long day.
Well, man in the boat is ready for the day out on Dildo Key. Eager beaver can't wait, might not come back for the rest of the day. Got a magic wand, it makes them come. Sure beats hell out of the bag of chum. Everything is shaking, my favorite spot, down at Dildo Key.
That's right.
Well, you know you'll have a good time, you would see if you're home at Dildo Key. And you can take it next door, there's a real life Johnson for the south to Ramrod Key. Well, everything is shaking, my favorite spot. You know that everything is shaking, my favorite spot. You know that everything is shaking, my favorite spot. Down, shake it, baby, way down at Dildo Key.
You got a cigarette?
Take a trip back in time with Jukebox Saturday mornings. Every Saturday, starting when you get up, Buttercup. Tiki Man Radio opens up the massive archives of the radio station and takes you back to that old shaggy music. Jukebox Saturdays, only on Tiki Man Radio.
Hey, this is Cheryl Chance from Merrimack, New Hampshire. When we're camping, we love listening to B-Man and Michelle on Tiki Man Radio.
Ladies and gentle dudes, thanks for listening to B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions on Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana music station. Back to the show.
Your coastal Americana music station. Hey, don't forget, right after us at midnight starts Jukebox Saturday mornings. And
That's so awesome.
one of my, you know what my favorite thing on that show?
What?
When they do the Paul Harvey.
That is great.
Paul
I remember Paul Harvey.
I love Paul Harvey.
I
man.
remember listening to him on AM radio.
I think he's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, he's long gone.
Still dead.
Yeah. But
It's like Paul Harvey.
His recordings
Goodbye.
will live on.
Yeah, good day.
Well, no, I was like, goodbye, because he's not here no more.
And that's the rest of the story.
That's the rest of the story. That was Dildo Key.
That's right. Paul Harvey endorsed that song.
Yeah. Paul Harvey, he'd be like, that's Dildo Key. Paul Harvey, good dildos. Oh, that was so good. So, yes, this has been a fun show.
It has.
I'm so glad you got to come in here and hang out with us and tell us. You know, again,
Thank you for having us.
I loved your bio, but you know what? We know so much of that. We got to know more of you tonight,
Cool.
and that's what I think is.
Well, next time we'll bring the bio.
No, but I think this is cool. This is, you know what? This is history for me.
Whatever works for you. It's all good.
But the point being is, we learned a lot more about you tonight, and I think a lot of the audience will appreciate the fact that they get to know you a little bit more, and I think that's what's cool.
Thank you.
In my opinion, that's my opinion. So
he's a man worth knowing.
He is a man worth knowing. I mean, I remember us sitting around at nights drinking beers, and you're just telling stories.
We were talking before you got here about going back up to Key Largo. Spend 2 days up there.
Oh, I know. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
For a long weekend.
I love this story. And I'll never forget the one time that we were at Sunset Cove.
Yeah.
And for anybody who's in Key Largo and wants to go to Sunset Cove and book it, make sure you tell them, Tiki Man Radio, because you will get a discount.
Oh, how nice. Woo!
Hey, before I forget, I want to talk about this real quick. Blah, 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 blah. Next week, I've got Sean Martin on the show.
All right.
Sean is the he's the maker of Pilar Rum.
He is a rum maker.
He is the rum maker out there, and he just wrote a book called Coral Bay. So he's going to be on the show, and we're going to talk to him.
Got a brand new book.
I hear it's really good. I haven't read it. I'm not a reader. I wish it was in Audible, but
Well, someday probably.
Someday, but
yeah.
And then of course on October 10th, I think we have Kim Stamps coming back. So there you go, Callie. We got Kim Stamps. I think.
Is she still doing the Up the Keys thing?
She's doing the Up the Keys.
Up the Keys.
But it's Tart Tales.
Tart Tales.
Well, yeah, but she still does that Up the Keys, like she said last time.
Oh yeah, so she takes people up the keys to.
Yeah. But her big thing is Tart Tales, and she takes people out to different places and let them taste 3 different types of key lime pies. She's like, I'm not saying which one's the best. I want you to make the decision of which one you liked, and then they end with a cocktail.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, that sounds like a nice idea.
Yeah, so, and of course, we had her on a show here a couple weeks ago, and I'm telling you,
Did you bring some tarts?
She did not.
Oh.
But not only is Key West Chris an icon on this island, she's an icon on this island. She's been down here.
She's been here a long,
Yes, so it was fun chit-chatting with her.
She's cool, man.
But yeah, so I didn't do the this day in music history because you know why? We've had a music history person on here all night. So
Whoa!
We got to learn the backstory of you. We know so much about you, but we got to know a little bit more.
It's so wonderful to share it with somebody who does not know that. That's the art of it all.
I've enjoyed finding a little bit more about you tonight. But we were talking about Sunset Cove, and the one thing that that sticks in the back of my mind, we've done Sharkies, and we would sit down there at the end and put our feet in the water and play guitars and stuff and have a good time. But there was that one time you and I still wanted to have a glass of wine and a beer, and we went next door to that little Italian restaurant that's right next door to it.
Yep.
And the girls stayed back. Yeah. And it was just you and I just sitting there and just telling stories at this little place. And every time I pass that, I always think about that night you and I popped in there.
What we have to do is we have to stop there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun.
Hang out, the 4 of us.
Yeah, and the one thing that Michelle and I like to do because of you guys, you took us to the Caribbean Club.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we don't stop there enough because we're such a rush to get home.
Mm-hmm.
But
we've done that too. We're guilty of it, but
yeah,
we're guilty a lot too because we want to get someplace, but we don't have to.
Yeah.
Let's just stop and hello out.
Yeah.
Just hang out.
So, but it's because of you guys that Michelle and I have been introduced to a lot of the fun things in the Florida Keys and especially Key West.
No, we love Key West, but the whole Florida Keys is just amazing.
Yeah. So I asked these guys because we're going to get ready to close the show out, and I appreciate everybody who hung out with us tonight on the show, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hit those thumbs up. Please like us out there. Thumb it up. It lets our viewers know. It lets YouTube know. It helps with our numbers on what we're doing. But
some thumbs.
All I got to say is, let's see. With Kim Stamps knocked over, I have to turn down the volume for my ears only. Callie McCool, you're killing me, man.
Callie.
But I asked them what was their favorite Bubba song, and they were going back and forth. I said, you know what? No, I want to end this with a Key West Chris and a Danny song that a lot of people so enjoy at your shows. And it really is a fun song. It's called Tote the Load. and you two are just amazing when you do it, and we love.
Gotta bring that back.
Chris, we love you, my friend.
I love you.
We haven't played this in a while.
Thank
So
you, my
gotta bear
friend.
with us.
And Danny, thanks for popping in here at the last half. I know you were doing something else, but let's get to
Happy
that right now.
birthday, Teresa Calvadas.
There you go. Tokalo, the Shanty Hounds, Key West. Chris, thank you for being a part of what we're doing tonight.
Love you guys.
And don't go nowhere. You know how I close the show out, everybody.
I left Nashville on a midnight flyer. Got no time for buts and bows. Sun called to Savannah. Last minute, off I go. The one thing is that I miss you. You're somewhere down the road.
I'm on the road in Houston town. Hit the bricks and you stayed home. Sudden call to Savannah. The price you pay when business calls. The one thing is that I miss you, and you're somewhere down the road. Well, I was thinking here in Houston town.
Oh, I'm thinking on the road.
Sometimes we're living high, and sometimes we took the low. Rain off the tires in front of me. There's flooding ahead, so I'm told. 40 miles stuck behind that bus. At least I know I'm on a roll. I see a face in that misty haze. My heart's on overload.
Well, do you say we rendezvous? We're so far away from home. It's raining here in Savannah too. They say it's sunny in Key West.
Not tonight.
Well, it's kind of dark. I see your face in that rainy haze. My heart's on overload.
Well, I was thinking here in Houston town.
Well, I'm thinking on the road.
Sometimes we're living high, and sometimes we took the low. Sometimes we took the low. Sometimes we took the Thank you.
You guys are the best friends.
Yeah, you guys are great.
This is Sweet Harriet from New Hampshire. Thanks for stopping by and tuning in to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle on Tiki Man Radio.
Hey guys, thank you for hanging out with B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions on Tiki Man Radio, live from the Beechy Shell Studios here at the Beechy Shell Hideaway in Key West. And we'll be back here next Friday with more guests and having a great time. But I want you guys to have a great weekend. Thank you so much. And as we close out the show every week, and you know how we do it. You know how, oh my God, oh.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Y'all come back now next week. Have a wonderful weekend, folks. We're not too far off from the Tiki Man Radio Songwriter Showcase. We're just days, weeks away, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you next Friday.